May the 15th, 2022. Guys, you're looking at the National Weather Service. This is the CONA satellite of the continental U.S. You can see over Arkansas and headed down now into Tennessee, into northern Louisiana, and to northwestern Mississippi. Pretty powerful storms. There's a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings that are popping up along that. We'll take a look at it. And notice out into the Gulf of Mexico, you can kind of see the tip of this dip in the jet stream. And a couple of reasons I'm doing this video. One, I'm going to show you where these warnings are. You can see where the bright red clouds are. But we are in the middle of May. We're 15 days away from the beginning of hurricane season, June 1st. And I think the last 7 years we've either had a tropical storm or tropical depression or hurricane pop up in the last week or so of May. And we'll take a look at that. But first, let's take a look at these warnings. Notice also there's moisture down in the Caribbean. Now, taking a look at the national map, in this darker pink area here, these are severe thunderstorm watches. In the middle of this, in the orange, you have severe thunderstorm warnings. Back in Texas, you're dealing with heat warnings in the orange, air quality alerts here, and in Colorado and Utah, you're dealing with red flag warnings. There's a drought happening. Winds are up. It's going to be a devastating forest fire season, according to the experts. Now, what's happening, guys, you look at this radar. This is North Mississippi. You see Oxford, Tupelo going up into Memphis. These are very fast pop-up thunderstorm warnings. They're up for a minute, and then you see them go down. But the storms themselves are there. Watch for the counties in front of these, right there, start to pop up with warnings. We hope that it does not go into a tornadic situation. Now, this is from today on AccuWeather, guys. It's from Alex Sosnowski. I still have problems believing that's a real name. But anyway, warm Caribbean waters could allow preseason tropical threat to brew. And that's what I was talking about with that dip in the jet stream. And that's going to push and cause a circulation in the upper Gulf and into the Caribbean Ocean, or Caribbean Sea, excuse me. Now, looking at a sea surface temperature map, the warmest areas are down along south of the Yucatan and south of Cuba. All in that area, you got 84 to 86 degrees. And then in the orange, it's still very warm, 82 to 84. You can see the temperature charts on the right. And what happens is that once you get the sea surface temperatures right, you get a dip in the jet stream, and that jet stream is going to be dropping down, say from Brownsville, dropping into the Caribbean, coming back up through Miami, and it's going to be moving in a counterclockwise rotation. When that meets easterly winds coming from Africa, you can get these early May storms. They're saying that there has been some indication since the start of last week that a disturbance could form in the waters of the western Caribbean and wander northward into the southern Gulf of Mexico during the period between May 20th and 25th, 5 days away. By the way, guys, don't forget tonight, you've got the blood moon. It's going to be starting at 9:32 p.m. Eastern Time, 8:32 Central, 7:32 Mountain, 6:32 over on the west side. That's just when it starts to become orange on one of the edges. But this thing's going to last over 5 hours, so check it out. It says, while there is rather a far out forecast on the horizon, the zone holds some of the warmest water in the entire Atlantic basin, with temperatures in the low to mid 80 degree Fahrenheit. And they're saying, again, you're looking 80, 84 degrees, but the normal temperature, guys, is about 77 degrees for this time of the year. It says water temperatures in this region are running up to a few degrees above average. However, it takes more than warm water to brew a tropical depression or storm. Sometimes a disturbance, also known as a low or weak low pressure area, can be enough of a trigger. But there are other ways tropical systems can take shape. And this is a map of potential development. They're thinking it's going to be in the southern region of this, but a potential trigger can be a weak southward dip in the jet stream, as we were talking about. And it appears that that setup could develop late this week over the region. While proximity to the jet stream can bring an increase in disruptive wind shear, it can help draw moisture into the region, which tropical systems need to form and survive. And that's why I pointed out, notice the moisture in the, if you want to go back to the beginning of the video and look at the Caribbean area, there is moisture already there. Now, one of the models that we look at during hurricane season is the GFS model. Now, it's a long-range forecast model, but they say, and you can look it up in the actual description of the global forecast system, that it's accurate only up to about 5 days. Today's the 15th. They were talking about development between the 20th and the 25th. And that's what we're seeing here. This is Wednesday, May 5th, going into May 19th, May 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 25th, from the 24th to the 25th. If the storm develops, you can see it. Again, long-range forecast, developing here and coming across central Florida. Let me emphasize, GFS is not very accurate after 5 days. We will be watching the CMC and the NavGem models throughout the next week. But if, again, we don't know what's going to happen, that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is you start preparing now for hurricane season. You know the preps. If you're here where we are in Mississippi, anywhere along Mexico, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, all of you know the protocol. But we're getting into that season. You can see what the GFS is saying here. We don't know what's going to happen, but I do know that you need to be starting to get ready for it, and keep an eye on this channel because we are always on top of the hurricane season. So if you got plans to travel along the coastal regions or whatever throughout the summer, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Do it now, and we will keep you informed. That's one of the things that we do. The reason I do it is because I've lived here all my life along the southern Gulf Coast and seen many, many hurricanes, and I have learned to watch them very closely. And I'm talking about going back into the early 60s. But guys, we're watching this. You watch it. It's a heads up. Be safe.